The Devon's alloy is one of the most sought after things in Skyblock, being able to craft the Devon's drill and selling for almost 1,000,000,000 coins apiece. But how exactly does one get a Devon's alloy, and why would I need one so bad? The Devon's drill is a powerful mining tool that is probably the most efficient way to make money in the game currently, due to it giving you the powers to make almost 30,000,000 coins an hour at minimum. But to craft this, you do need the Devon's alloy, and to do this, you need to do crystal nucleus runs. To start off, we are going to head to the auction house and buy a synthetic heart and a couple other parts. You're going to need the Robotron reflector. You're also going to need the superlight motor, the electron transmitter, the FTX 3070, as well as the control switch. You're also going to need to buy a jungle key as well as 3 goblin eggs from the bazaar. Now you're going to need to go to the crystal hollows, and this is where your crystal nucleus run can begin. First off, you're going to need to find the jungle temple and then take your jungle key and give it to the guard at the front gate. Then you're going to need to do the parkour. Make sure you watch out for the arrows that shoot, and it should be pretty easy. The crystal should be at the end, and that's your first crystal. Our next stop is going to be the Mines of Devon. Now make sure you go ahead and talk to one of the people that are up top in the little four-way area, and they should give you a metal detector. And with this metal detector, you are going to be able to find treasure in the ground, and using this treasure, you are going to be able to give it to the people up top. Now, if it is a full Mines of Devon, I do recommend going ahead and mining some of it because it will be some easy coins. I recommend using mineral armor because it breaks more than 1 gold at the same time. Now, once you have 4 pieces of the different things you need to give the people, which is going to be the lapis sword, the diamond axe, the golden hammer, and the emerald hammer, you're going to want to give it to them, and then you're going to grab the crystal from there, and that's your second crystal. Next up, you're going to need to find Bal. And here you are going to be able to get the topaz crystal, which will be your third crystal. Now, it's pretty easy to find Bal. It's a very large area in the magma fields, which if you didn't know is below Y64 in the crystal hollows. Now, sometimes you do have to kill Bal, which is not that hard, but most of the time the crystal will just be out and you'll be able to grab it. And that's your third crystal. Next up, you're going to need to find the Goblin King, who you can find in the Goblin Holdout. There will be 2 chests in this area, so make sure to loot those, but go ahead and talk to him and give him those 3 goblin eggs that we got from earlier. You might get another one, and honestly most of the time you can get the 3 goblin eggs just while looking for him, but I recommend just buying them for now until you have enough money. And so give it to him, and he should give you his goblin scent, which is arguably the weirdest thing in this game, but you do need it to go to the queen and get the crystal, which is what we're going to do next. Now, once you're at the queen, you're going to go to the top of it and grab the crystal from there. Now, without going to the king, you won't be able to grab the crystal. It'll kick you away. So do make sure you go over there and grab the scent. Now, our next crystal is going to be the sapphire crystal, which is going to use all of the automation parts we got from earlier. Now, with all these automation parts, you're going to give it to the guy in the Lost Precursor City, and he should open up the gate, and you'll be able to get the sapphire crystal, which is the 5th and final crystal we need, and that'll be everything. So now you're going to go to the crystal nucleus and place all of your crystals by going to their respective places. Once all of them are placed in, you should unlock the crystal loot bundle, which has a very small chance of dropping the alloy we mentioned earlier, but you should make around 300,000 coins, and keep in mind you don't actually have to spend any coins to do the crystal nucleus run. All of the items I mentioned you can get by yourself. I just recommend buying them from the auction house if you have the money. But if you don't, make sure to get them yourself. The automation parts can be gained by killing the automations, obviously, and the jungle key can be found in the jungle.